Hi, Manu from Healing with Manu. I love poetry, and this poem is about love. Love someone, love a pet, an animal, love a deity, a god, or gods. Love your life, love yourself, just love. Let's go. It's called The Frog, the Princess, and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a princely frog who was in a perilous state of brain fog. He wished he could get rid of his depression so he could tell again his princess his devotion. But day after day, night after night, the frog could not let go of his plight. He knew he could not make her happy because he had become a sick froggy. Doesn't she know the tale of the amphibian that turns into a beautiful, charming human? I know I have lost my cheerful physical presence, but a kiss would restore some of my lovely, lively essence. He would say to himself, persuaded that his hopes had not all faded. If she lovingly agrees to kiss me one more time, I know I would magically abandon my slime. The little frog believed in a miraculous solution, but had no idea how to transform his desperation. The princess was well aware of the prince's croaking state, and as faithful as she was, she kept wishing for a better fate. Worried and agitated, she would not sleep well at night. It was as if every dream of hers would turn into a fight. A fiery dragon would stop her from getting out of a tower, and she was left unassisted by a suitor to repel its fire. She would wake up every morning tired, with a frown, and the vivid recollection of eternally falling down. One dawn she blamed her terrible nightmares on a mattress. "It's not comfortable," she said as she was putting on a dress. "I can feel a small bump when I sleep, like a pea. What I need is more mattresses under me." And so layers of mattresses were laid, but to no avail. She would wake up afraid, and sore from a pea that would disturb her and make her nights tighter and heavier. The princess did not believe in a miraculous solution, but had no idea how to transform her desperation. The little frog could not speak, but could see and hear. "I shall not leave my princess without sleep and fear. There is no way I can stay here doing nothing. This bee is a sign that tells me I can still do something." And so the little frog plugged up his heroism, if he had any, and proceeded to rescue his princess from the pea tiny thingy. "Whether I die or not in this dangerous expedition, I want it to be a selfless act of love, my dedication." He hopped under the first mattress and could not see anything as remotely small as a little pea. He jumped down to the second mattress and did an inspection, but there was nothing out of the ordinary that drew his attention. The further down he went, the harder his adventure became. "I don't know what I'm doing here. They're all the same." Still, he persevered, his poor legs bending more than ever under the weight of all the princess's mattresses together. He finally reached the last layer, completely legless, when he noticed a small round object at the end of the mattress. He doubled his efforts, scrambled his way with extreme difficulty, and at long last, exhausted but excited, saw the coveted thingy. What a surprise! It was not a little pea, but a tiny rolled piece of paper. "I don't understand. I thought she said it was a pea that bothered her." In one last agonizing effort, the little frog gathered his courage and pulled out from under the mattresses the intriguing message. He sat on the edge, nervous, anxious, and started out reading. You have now realized love is both a sacrifice and blessing. Even when it is hard to love for whatever reason, keep trying and you'll discover it's more than a season. It's for eternity, my little froggy. The princess, who was closely watching the scene gently, picked up her puzzled little frog and kissed him passionately. He immediately transformed into the prince he used to be, and he instantly felt he was regaining his former glee. She said, "There never was a P. I made up that story because I believe love can conquer all evils, silly froggy."